Hey everyone, Dave Stone again, and welcome to another exciting and live episode of Develop Awesome Skills. And today, it's part 2 of planting a banana in the desert. Plus you can see the mangoes, sugarcane, and castor beans. But right now I'm going to be planting the banana. And I'm going to show you the mixture and everything I've done here. So, I think you could kind of see setup. Let's make sure I'm framed up here, right? There we go. I have a very makeshift tripod here, guys, so hopefully this doesn't fall apart. There we go. Okay, so if you can kind of see what I did here in the beginning is I just basically dug this, pulled all my wood chips back. And something I really want you to notice is how many wood chips I have. Like, this is all wood chips that I had to pile back. This got down to my clay. So, and it's actually was quite easy to dig. After those wood chips were on there just for a few months, it makes your clay nice and moist. So I dug a big hole here. I'm gonna grab the banana here, and I took all the dirt out of here and I built this berm, this semicircle berm around it. So when the water rushes down this way in the property, it'll just fill up this area, and so will the sprinkler when I make that happen. So let me grab the banana and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So plants don't really like to be moved around a lot. And in fact, you can see this banana, she's looking pretty shabby. She was looking really good, but she doesn't like to be moved. Even in the pot, you don't want to like carry her around a lot. The wind knocked her over yesterday, so she's seen a little bit of stress. This leaf kind of fell over. This leaf's drooping. So I really want to get her in the ground, and I want to show you this. Look how big the base is compared to this pot. So she really needs to get out here. So what I'm going to do before I take her out of the pot, I'm going to use this Garden Time potting soil. And first I'm going to throw in a nice sprinkle, healthy sprinkle of rock dust. This is azomite rock dust. It's the A to Z of minerals, including trace elements. And there's, I believe, over 100 minerals and trace elements just in this powder, which is just ground up rocks, and you can't burn your roots with it. It just remineralizes your soil. So I'm gonna put a whole bunch of this in, probably half the bag. And then I'm gonna layer it with some worm castings. These are organic worm castings. Whoops. I told you about this tripod. Sorry about that. I'm gonna secure this tripod a little bit better. I think we're good now. I don't think it's gonna fall. All right, so now we got the organic worm castings. Kind of throw you use as many of these. I have more trees to plant, so I can't use them all. Use a nice generous amount. And then I'll just throw a little more rock dust on the top and then give it a little quick hand mix. And when you hand mix it, actually, I'm gonna grab the shovel because you want to get some of the native soil mixed up in here. There we go. You want to start getting it used to native soil, but give it a very organic mixture to start with. So getting it used to native soil, I mean, because we have clay, So a couple things when you're planning this hole that I've been told by a couple experts out there is that you want to scratch up the sides of the hole. So turn the shovel around and hit the sides of the wall. Make them jagged. Don't make it flush, okay? Because if it's flush and the clay, well, if you have a lot of wood chips, it's probably not going to matter. But if it's not jagged, sometimes the roots can start curling up inside the hole with all the compost that you gave it, because it thinks it's a pot, a clay pot. so you want to really rough up the edges so it so the roots can kind of find some resistance and poke their way through. So just give it a good mix. I kind of like mixing things right in the hole, personally. Makes it a little easier. All right. Okay, so now here's what we got. So I'm gonna move all this dirt. I'm gonna plant the banana here. I'm gonna move this over here. And then I'm gonna measure my height. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You want to where this base is, actually I could even raise it up down there a little bit more. Let's try that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now is the time you got to be really careful. I'm really gonna have to shade this banana once I put it in too, especially this first year. I just want to be very, very careful when I'm pulling this out. I don't want to disturb the roots. So I'm going to get a nice solid grip on both the wood stake and the banana. I put this wood stake in, so I'm going to take this one out. Alright, grab them both and gently, oh, no, the stake's coming out too. Very gently, just tap that. There it is. Oh no, that's the worst thing that could happen just happened. My root ball fell in half. So that is not going to be good for the banana at all. So I'm going to dump this in. Yep, because look at all these roots down here that just fell off. Okay, so this banana has definitely just gone through a lot of stress. Look at all those nice roots. All right, that's a bummer. But this is what we're going to do. Be very careful putting these root balls in. The thing about bananas that is so cool is that they're very vigorous. So just because it looks like it's gonna die on you doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna die. My other two little bananas that I transplanted had a really lot of shock when I transplanted them too. I ended up cutting them all the way down to the base, and now they're growing back again. So give it a stake, and I'm gonna do something here that I think I'm gonna just chop off. I'm gonna cut these off, these leaves. I'm just gonna leave 3 leaves on this thing, so hopefully it can recover. All right, so now I'm gonna do another layer of rock dust. You can see how generous I am with it. You can't burn your trees with it. It's not fertilizer. It's just minerals and nutrients, micronutrients that the plant needs and really wants. And then I'm gonna do some more worm castings here. And then we're gonna do pretty much the rest of the soil. Okay, and the reason I dug the hole this way is because I'm going to put a little castor bean right here, so it'll grow up and shade the banana if it needs it. There'll be little companion plants until I have to take it out. So here's my little castor that I grew from seed. Grew 16 of them. See, it's starting to get the main leaves coming in now. Can you see that? There it is. So this is a castor deep purple. Ricinus communis. All right. Put your fingers around the plant like a peace sign. Flip it over. I just transplanted these, so it might fall apart, but it won't really hurt this one. Okay, now when it's up like this, you just do a quick one of these. And slowly place it down. And then backfill it. Make a little small mound so it doesn't get flooded. But all this is going to settle in because this is the compost. The tree is going to eat this. So we're going to provide more food to replenish it with the wood chips on top. All right, well, it looks like we are good to go with this banana now. I got to get the trimmers in here, and then I'm going to give it a good deep water, and that's going to finish it off. So I'll be right back with the trimmers. All right, so I'm gonna take these trimmers, I'm just gonna come in, snip this branch off, and it'll make nice compost. I'll just lay it over there, take this little guy off. I'm gonna take this big one. Kinda wanna take them all off, actually, just leave this little guy. So I'm gonna have to give this one some nice shade. There it is, the banana. And we'll see, what I had to do to my other bananas is I actually had to chop them down to the base. Once I did that, boom, they started flying up again. I don't know if this little middle guy is gonna die because the root ball fell apart. If it does, I'm just gonna chop it down here and watch what happens. So now I'm gonna get the water and we're gonna soak this. gotta be careful when you don't have everything planted. All right, so this is, I got something wrong with my hose. It's not giving me a ton of pressure here. That's okay. And the thing I like to finish off with is like one final layer of rock dust and water it in just around the whole base. Just to give it that final bit of nutrients. And this actually literally makes your fruit healthier, adds more nutrients and minerals to your fruit when you eat it, and it also makes it more nutritious and tastier. Your plant's happier, so use it generously. I'm gonna wet this berm down too. Kind of cement it in place. Pretty much clay, so it'll just stay there once it sets up. And then I'll just put the wood chips over top, and you'll kind of see a little bit of a berm there. And I didn't have to make a full circle here, because it'll all puddle down into this area. This is more for the rain. When it rains and it falls off my roof and goes down my property, this is gonna catch it right around the banana tree. And hopefully all the pups will come up around this banana and make this into a banana circle. That's my idea. Sorry I can't see any of your comments right now, guys. Hope you're enjoying this video. If you do have any comments or questions, I'll definitely check them once I'm done watering here. And the rock dust, you don't really want to get it all clumpy, so just hit it and make sure it starts dispersing and soaking in. You just really want it to soak in. Clumps of rock dust don't really get absorbed, but they will eventually, so. And the worm castings, I mean, I'm sure you guys know a lot about them, but that's the only kind of manure that I really like to use. I mean, I'll use a little bit of manure here and there if I have access to it, but ultimately, the real manure that I like is the worm manure, because they eat all of the stuff in the soil and it just becomes like this nutrient-dense food for the plant that the plant can actually absorb and eat right on the spot. So that's what's the cool thing about worm castings. You really can't overdo it. I mean, you could plant directly in worm castings. The only thing is they're pretty expensive. You can also grow your own worms. You just need a really environment for them. You could do it inside, and it's just composting pretty much. Grow your own worm castings. But if you're doing big plantings, you're gonna need a lot of worm castings. So it's a process. So I just buy it right now while I have to. Well, I'm glad this banana's in the ground. It was really needing to be in the ground. It's just too bad the root ball fell apart. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice little well. All right, guys, I'm gonna go turn this water off. All right, hey, so there it is. That's the planting the banana in the desert and how I do it. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. I actually have quite a few more plants to plant today. And it's gonna get too hot for my phone to be working outside, so I really wanted to give you guys this video in the morning so you can just kind of see it. check it out, see what it takes. I'm planting in the middle of summertime here, so you know, a lot of people have been asking on the forums and Facebook if like what's the best time to plant. Can you plant trees in the summertime in Arizona? And let me adjust this camera real quick, guys. Get my carob, my comb over carob in the back. Donald Trump carob. Sorry, Donald Trump, I'm just joking. Don't tweet about me. Okay, or you could tweet about me. Just hashtag develop awesome skills when you do. Anyways, guys, so yeah, I mean, that was pretty sweaty, but I wanted to give you guys that banana update. Do you guys have any questions, any comments before I... Hey, Viper? Yeah, definitely. I mean, the summer is very, very harsh, especially in Arizona on your trees. So a lot of water and a lot of shade. You can't help yourself. What, giving the trees water and shade? Yeah, me either. If they die, it's on me. So I feel like a proud parent with my little mini food forest here at my house. I can't wait to get all these moringa trees planted. Oh, I had a question about the moringa trees and how they're doing. Oh, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so I'm probably, what are we, zone 9? 9.5 probably, something like that. So we pretty much maybe get, I don't know, 3 or 4 freeze days a year max. That's the nice thing about Arizona, is if it's hot, you can plant tropicals. Tropicals really love the heat. Mangoes love the heat. They just can't take that extreme beating down sun without any water. They need the moisture, they need the humidity. Once the humidity dew point starts rising up here in Phoenix because of the monsoons, they're loving it. So they can take the heat, especially after year 4, 3 to 5. So you gotta just see how your trees are doing, give them what they need, and more shade in the beginning of a tree's life, I mean, it's fine. But as you can see here, these desert gold peaches, they don't have any shade. Like, these guys are taking straight, direct sun all the time, and just so much new growth on them. Every single tip, there's new growth. So there's some trees that will take really good to, oops. So yeah, guys, there's some trees that'll take really good to full sun in the summertime, and there's other trees that will take full sun. Now, that's the thing about the moringas. In fact, my moringas, they're taking full sun too. Check them out. You see them back there? I don't know where I'm looking. My truck's hiding everything. So this one right here, it's just blown up. It's almost as tall as me. Planted it that high 4 months ago. This one tastes great too. This one's doing a little, not as good, but yeah, big boy. This is what I love about the moringa trees, is this, look how pretty that is. It's just like a beautiful leaf. And the best part about this leaf is it's just all edible, and there's so many nutrients in this leaf. It's the most nutrient dense food on the planet. And it's a tree, and you eat every leaf on the tree. Take off some of these spotted leaves, but then it's pretty clean. You don't even really have to clean it. I mean, just rub off, you get better. Get a little dirt, it's okay. You know what I really found that I like to do with this moringa is cook it. So you strip the leaves off into a bowl, and then just cook it up just like spinach, like saute it. I was even thinking with my friend, you can make a pesto with it. It's got a really good flavor. So I do enjoy it fresh. The powder is really good. You can take the capsules and you can consume a lot of it, and you should eat a lot of moringa. So hey guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the love button, smile button, all that kind of things. But definitely give me a comment, and if you kind of like what I'm saying, like what I'm doing, ooh, they do call it the horseradish tree, because once in a while, it'll, gets a little spicy, that aftertaste. But especially fresh, it definitely calms down when you cook it. But to make tea, makes really good tea. Mix it with matcha. But anyway, so yeah, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to my channel. I really want to keep doing these videos, and I'm just excited to show you guys the progress in my yard. Keep doing them. In a couple years, you'll see the whole journey, and all you guys will be along the ride with me, because I think a lot of you guys have your own gardens, and so hopefully this will be able to help you get a couple new ideas. And what the cool thing is, I hope this helps me get a few new ideas, because if you guys comment and give me some ideas, just like Tony yesterday was giving me a whole bunch of nuggets, and I would appreciate that. Thanks, Viper. Anyways, there's moringa. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a really good weekend. Okay, guys, sorry, I got a phone call, but I gotta get going. But here's moringa, and hey, Don Ripper. Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. All right, well, you guys have a good one, and I'm gonna get going. Remember to develop awesome skills.